Calvin and Hobbes are overrated. The myth of Bill Watterson, which nobody questions. Have you ever stopped to think that, in the end, what matters is not the work, but the author, the image he builds, the myth he sells, the aura of an untouchable genius? Take Calvin and Hobbes as an example. Sure, the strips are brilliant, full of social critique and philosophy disguised as childish mischief. But would Calvin be a cult icon if Bill Watterson hadn't become a hermit, refused millions in merchandising, and vanished from the map like a purist artist? He didn't just draw a boy and his tiger, he staged a character outside the comics, the anti-system author, the genius who despises fame. Watterson could have just been another successful cartoonist, but he chose to sabotage his own legacy to turn it into a legend. By ending the strip at its peak in 1995, he froze Calvin in time as a sacred relic, and people bought the narrative. Oh, he is a martyr of art, a purist. But what if it was just fatigue or strategy? But did Bill Watterson do that just to, guess what? Create scarcity to inflate the value. And it worked. Calvin became an untouchable symbol, not because of the work itself, but because of the myth that Watterson is a misunderstood genius. Now, imagine if tomorrow there were shocking news. Bill Watterson is a pedophile. Out of nowhere, the strips you thought were profound would acquire a bitter taste. Would the figure of the innocent boy and his philosophical tiger seem perverse? The work did not change, but the lens through which we view it would be shattered. Why? Because the author is the moral anchor of the work. When he falls, he drags everything into the abyss. Look at Neil Gaiman. He was revered as one of the greatest storytellers of the modern era, until the sexual abuse allegations emerged. Suddenly, Sandman, Coraline, everything he touched became a problem. The works are the same, but the audience cannot separate the artist from the art. Gaiman was reduced to an abuser, and his legacy was tarnished. This proves that, deep down, we do not consume works. We consume authors, their biographies, their scandals, their masks, and do not come with that talk of art transcends the artist. It does not transcend. We live in the age of cancel culture, of the cult of personality. The author is the brand, and the work is just the product. If the brand rots, the product becomes trash, even if their quality is objective. Are Calvin and Hobbes good? They are. But their mythical status exists because Watterson convinced us that they are special. He didn't sell t-shirts, didn't make movies, didn't give in to Disney. This rebel stance is pure marketing, and we fall for it by glorifying the author as a shaman of creativity, while he laughs at the board he set up. So, stop treating comics, books, or music as sacred entities. What matters is who is behind them and what they are hiding. The work is a reflection of the author, and if the author decays, the work becomes a broken mirror. Do you still think I'm wrong? Then answer this. How many times have you heard, "Oh, but the artist was a jerk, yet the work is good"? Now, how many times have you really managed to separate the two things? Exactly. The myth of the badly behaved genius died. Today, the author is judge, defendant, and executioner of their own work, and there's no use in running away. As long as we idolize creators instead of creations, we will always be a scandal away from seeing our idols and their masterpieces turn to dust.